There's sort of resurgence of cigarettes in media, and like Charlie XCX says she's smoking a cigarette all the time, even in her concerts or on her album covers and stuff like that. And she's talking about smoking cigarettes, and I feel like in new media, I think there's like a big resurgence of cigarettes, and like public opinion of cigarettes has shifted from it being like almost deplorable if you're seen smoking, but now it's kind of cool.
Even on the street, we've noticed, or even in social situations, a lot more people are taking up cigarettes, and now we're seeing people, and there was also vapes, and now we're seeing sort of a movement towards smoking.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes specifically, and
we are doing an exploration through this project by asking strangers on the street and at university what they think of smoking and where it lies in their life. Okay, so my question today is, what is your opinion on cigarettes at the moment?
Well, I don't smoke or vape.
I am a smoker.
Difficult to say an ex-smoker, a cigarette smoker.
I actually just recently moved from Tasmania, and the cigarettes here are a lot cheaper and they're so much more accessible, so I've been smoking a lot more. Yeah, not good for my bank account. All my lungs, yeah. All my lungs, all my health.
But now being a non-smoker, I prefer if it was eliminated.
It's quite normalised in, I guess, my culture. My family's from Mauritius, and they smoke a lot. I mean, it's kind of the norm. I mean, in comparison to here, you don't really see as many people out and about smoking on the streets and just doing it as a casual thing. It kind of feels more discreet here.
A lot of interaction with cigarettes these days. I don't really enjoy secondhand smoke or smelling them in public places. I do know that they're very unhealthy and lead to a lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot more normalized now. Everyone I know smokes or vapes in my life. I don't think I know a single person who doesn't or hasn't before. It's kind of like you're more of the odd one out if you don't smoke or vape these days.
I don't smoke. I have smoked before. It's not as big of a thing for me. I think more for me is like vaping and stuff like that. It's not as cool, not as like edgy. I don't know.
what do you think about the resurgence of cigarettes? You think like in media and stuff like that, plus like public?
There has been sort of like a romanticization of cigarettes. It's kind of like an aesthetic going around on the internet of just smoking by yourself on a cold morning or a cold night or something like that. It seems like a little bit peaceful, and it would definitely draw more people to sort of maybe chase a lifestyle similar to that.
As for me, as an 11-year-old, it was somehow advertising plastered everywhere. Marlboro Man, it was then in the 60s, somehow affected my friends to take up smoking, and it was influenced on me. I've noticed it could have been TV shows or movies that had people smoking in them, and I thought people might, I want to be like her or him.
Let's say Bollywood films, for example, when you would watch a Bollywood film and there would be someone smoking in the bottom right sometimes. I don't know if it's all the time, there would be like smoking is harm, but I don't see that in Hollywood films. But yeah, that's something you could think about.
It's good how times change. I was angry when they banned it on trains, on public transport. I was furious, maybe because the billionaire-controlled media, TV and newspapers. Shocking, how can the government do that to us? But cigarette smoking was endemic, the advertising, etc. Fortunately, being told I'm going to die forced me to stop.
Personally, I've had a lot of people say that smoking is hot or attractive. It's definitely coming back. Everyone's doing it. Yeah. So join the crowd or be shunned.
Do you mind that they're imported, or it doesn't really?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. I personally like it because they're cheaper. Yeah. And I would not be able to afford buying non-imported tobacco.
Yeah, I feel like same. I don't really mind either because they are a lot cheaper and they're probably a bit easier to get, but just more accessible, I guess.
Vaping was originally made to get people off of cigarettes, but then now the youth is using vaping to get into cigarettes, if that makes sense. And especially now that it's so heavily illegal, and recently the federal police confiscated a kiloton of tobacco. It was ridiculous, and it was more, I think, for the teenager's perspective, it's like there's another illegal thing for me to do. Let's just do it because fuck the government, basically.
After talking to everybody in this project, we've discovered that cigarette use is definitely on the rise and people are noticing. It seems that advertising and media could be one of the largest contributors to the romanticization of cigarettes via online celebrity, Instagram culture, and cheaper cost of imported cigarette packs. Young people seem to have a more relaxed attitude towards smoking, whereas older generations seem to be more offended by the act. And we're also faced with major anti-smoking campaigns which are less prevalent.
A study done by Oxford University has estimated that a deep cut in official excise would reduce the consumption of illegal cigarettes by almost 50%.
Smoke or don't smoke, but always be aware of how the media that surrounds us has the power to alter our perspective.